everyone, here at Einstein. I really think it is on time to adopt every child worldwide, and children, children are kind of the flower of life or the flowers of this world, and I think they really deserve better future than to be orphans and to spend their life in tears and nightmares and be not adopted but become some prostitutes and criminals. Obviously, a lot of orphans are not becoming prostitutes and criminals, but at the same time, there's so much prostitution which is really enormously kind of soft, and you cannot realize that this or that girl is kind of working for maybe a big prostitution organization which is spread over the world, which name just maybe somehow really kind of innocent, and it's called butterfly fly or somehow else or some flower or whichever. So you never know what is actually going on until you're not like working for CIA or Pentagon, which I'm not. So I would say a lot of orphans are really having a very dark future, and I'd be super happy if a lot of people with big money, initiative, and motivation, with famous names and famous faces like Bill Gates and Madonna and Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio, etc. Giselle Bündchen would literally support this idea of mine, which is really based on kind of my bad experience with the violent adoption of my own child, the only child. I'm aware since many years, since decades, of the number of orphans. It is one of the biggest dreams of my life to adopt all the orphans existing on this planet, because I'm enormously aware of the numerous orphans in Russia which are living in some orphan houses and child houses and some orphanages called Bryut, Malutka, etc. And they are all really lost souls. They are totally unhappy and lost, crying children, and they're having zero possibilities to complain about something because they're facing violence in a very early age. They are being raped softly, not understanding that they may be under they may be on drugs, because as a child you're obviously not able to comprehend what is going on with your body and your mind. I'm sure that a lot of these kind of teachers which are working in these institutions are criminals themselves, or are connected to criminals and connected to some brothels or some prostitutions. So they are giving these children for free to certain mafia. I mean, it's not dark. I mean, in the end, if you're like living in Europe, you're not even comprehending what is going on in the rest of the world, which is not so very popular on TV. So I really think that if this orphans are having some kind of prospects and some kind of possibility to get on TV and to be somehow well known and to show what they can, because a lot of them are ballet dancers and they're musicians and they are check masters and computer science geniuses, etc. They would be adopted within some minutes or seconds, only if there is a TV show and TV camera, and I really think that a lot of them would be easily adopted if they are just brought on airplanes and some buses into some children kindergartens worldwide, and they are maybe a part of the kindergarten, and then they are finding the sibling and the possible brother and sister within the kindergarten, and then they may be brought home to them, etc., which would be a good and very non-violent and very easy way to adopt a child. But a lot of children which are orphans are enormously talented. We just have to comprehend that. And a lot of them are writers and computer scientists, like um, Steve Jobs or like Ishmael B or whatever. Well, I mean, and a lot of very very famous people, there are such tragic stories of their lives, and you would never think that they are adoptive children or they're orphans. So I really think we can find the creme a la creme of the modern world if we're looking for them in orphan houses or even on a street in Brazil. Maybe the next Claudia Schiffer is somewhere working as a prostitute or as a barkeeper in Sao Paulo or wherever. Why is she having the possibility to be adopted and to have a future of Claudia Schiffer just because she was born somewhere else? So what? And I really think that the chances of the children of the world should be equalized because they're all innocent people. Children are all always innocent, and they're just brought into this or that country, in this and that environment. They're not guilty because they're having parents who are beating them, or maybe they are alcoholics and drink every day, or maybe they are hanging themselves, or whatever. The children are innocent, so I think every child deserves future which is really filled with love and admiration and care, etc., etc. And they deserve to have beautiful houses and a bright future and good profession, etc., etc. So I really think if there is a possibility to connect all the continents of this world, it is possible to get the world free of orphans and to get free of adults crying because they are childless. But if all the orphan houses are opening up and are allowing people to adopt orphans for free or for really very, very, very little money, better for free, then I think this world would be a really great place, much better place, because there's gonna be less criminals, less prostitutions, less children of war, because in the war zones there are a lot of orphans as well, which are growing up looking at dead bodies and looking at bombs and looking at blood, which is not normal, and they don't deserve that. They're innocent and they don't deserve this kind of life. So I really think that in the war zones, in particular, it is crucially important to adopt these children so the wars are not renovated, because the war conflicts are able to be deleted if we are bringing the children of war somewhere else away from war crimes, and if we are able to raise these children in different countries which are peaceful and which are giving these children a future free of blood and free of humiliation and free of bombs and guns. So I really think if people with good power and bright minds and goodwill, like Oprah Winfrey and Ellen DeGeneres and Elton John and Madonna and all the top politicians like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and the American presidents, all of them, Heidi Klum and Kate Blanchett and Kate Winslet, if they are all sticking together under an initiative which is called Children of this World, or Adopt Me, or You're My Mother, or um, I'm Your Child, whatever. And there is a big television show which is allowing the adults to find their new children and the children to find new families and parents. I think it's a huge business, and it is possible to tackle one of the biggest problems of the world, which is called criminals and prostitution and with children. At the same time, I'm absolutely convinced that we're able to create a big fan page for these children, for these adults, just like Facebook, where we're able to pin every child, to find every child, to tell the story of this child, why this child is orphan, where I would like the child to live, to stay in the same country or to go somewhere else, and would be able to connect children and adults on a digital basis very easily, just like we're connecting the entire world through Facebook or Instagram or whatsoever they call like these pages. So I'm really sure that it is possible to connect the entire world of crying adults and crying orphans and make this world a more healed and holy place. So I hope everyone who is a good-hearted person with voice and a famous face and money and power is able to hear me, and it's giving this initiative a chance, particularly the United Nations. Um, yeah, I'd like to get a Nobel Prize that for. Thanks a lot. I love you. Adios. Bye.